Hello, people of the world. Today I'm taking this classical guitar that I bought on Amazon. Not Amazon. I didn't buy it on Amazon. I bought it on Facebook for 50 bucks. That was the perfect price for a guitar I'm about to go and destroy because today I'm gonna try and scallop this fretboard. So anyway, that's the project for today. So I'm gonna head into the garage and grab some files and some sandpaper and just start taking some material out in between those frets to try and create a nice little scallop. So anyway, stay tuned if that's something you'd like to witness, be a part of with me. We'll go on this journey together. Maybe this. It's like pretty small, but whatever. I think that's fine. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Cool. Feels different. while before I really know. Feels a little bit different. Not in a bad way necessarily. But my first impressions are not terrible. Kind of just unsure. Let's get it up into a proper playing position. This is a $50 guitar as well, so it's hard to know how much of the playability has to do with that rather than the scallop fret job. But it should give me some idea of what it's like to play with scallop frets, even if the guitar doesn't sound amazing. Verdict's still out. I'm gonna have to play it for, I think, a week or so and just go through all my repertoire to really get a good idea of whether I like it more or less, pros and cons. So I will check back in with you guys at that point in time. All right, so I've been playing this guitar for about a week now, the scalloped fretboard, and overall I like it a lot. The big advantages on the guitar, you can't always have your fingers close to the fret, right? If you're playing an E chord or whatever, a bar chord, one finger is going to be away from the fret, this one here, and that one, you know, with the scalloped fretboard, I can push down a little bit harder just to get a little better contact on that fret. So I think overall my notes are ringing out a lot nicer. Even the frets on this guitar are, I mean, I messed them up a bit when I was sanding in the garage. I took some material off and they're not in the best shape, really. So if I had put like brand new frets on this, I think it'd be sounding awesome. But generally the notes are ringing out really nice when I play. And I think that's just because I'm getting better contact with the fret when my fingers aren't necessarily right up next to the fret. So yeah, I'd say thumbs up, maybe even 2 thumbs up for the scalloped fretboard. And you know, when you play bar chords too, like on the classical, your fretboard's not radius at all. So it can be tricky to get your finger just super friggin' straight to play those bar chords. But with the scalloped fretboard, you got a little more forgiveness because, you know, you can push down a little harder up here, push those strings down, and then in the middle, you'll still be making good contact with the frets. And I think the biggest thing I was worried about was intonation issues, right? Like when you press, if you're pressing on that string too hard, it's gonna put it out of tune a little bit. It's gonna make it a little bit sharp, but I find it's just, you'd have to push quite hard and you'd really notice it. You'd feel the pressure on your fingers. If you're just playing and you're not like gripping the thing to death, you just have a nice, you know, medium touch. You don't even need a super light touch, I think, just even a medium touch. And you're not gonna be pushing those strings down hard enough to really making the strings out of tune to a point where you notice. Like I'm sure, yeah, if you looked at it with a computer, they would be a little out of tune, but on a guitar, they always are anyway. It's just part of the sound of the guitar, so yeah, overall, I like it. I think I'm gonna switch my non-$50 classical guitar to a scalloped fretboard, so that's gonna be my next project. I'm not gonna go in the garage and do it myself. I think I'd like to get like a fretboard made by like a CNC machine or something, or a professional woodworker who can make me a nice scalloped fretboard. And I think I also want to give a radius fretboard. So radius fretboard, a scalloped fretboard, and then a bit shorter of a scale length. Normal classical guitars are around 650 millimeters, I think, maybe 655. And I want to go down to like 630, just a little bit smaller. Frets just a tiny bit closer together. Just makes playing a little easier. I don't have massive hands, so. Yeah, so that's gonna be the next project. But overall, I like the scalloped fretboard. So if that's something you're curious about, go get yourself a $50 guitar, get in the garage with some power tools, some sandpaper, make your own scalloped fretboard and see what you think about it. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you watched, take care. Bye-bye.